morning, people. Once again we are in Rozella, going to do a bit of estate trekking because there are so many tea estates in and around Rozella. Rozella Estate, Binoya Estate, Heidri, Wigton, many Templestowe. There are so many tea estates, so we are going to do a bit of estate trekking today. All of a sudden, yesterday it was nice and sunny, but today it started raining from midnight. So our plans sort of like ruined, and the beautiful sceneries are not there yet. You can see in the distance up there, that's the beautiful summit of Sripada, the most sacred mountain in the world. So we are going to do a bit of trekking. We don't have a lot of trekking partners today. It's going to be just me and one of my trekking buddies. So this is the surrounding areas. You can see it's beautiful and a treat to the eye, especially if you are one of the people who are stuck in an office in front of a computer 12 hours a day. This is just the sort of thing the doctor ordered. Right, we are going to do some trekking in and around these tea estates. You can see there are nice paved roads also, because as it had rained in the night, there will be plenty of leeches around. So let's go ahead and do a bit more trekking and find out what's there to see, folks. Catch you soon. Right, we are on our way. This estate walk. Today you are seeing the mountains of Waterville. If I zoom in, you can see the Waterville Mountain. To the right, you can probably see a tower. That's the Waterville Mountain. To the left, and beyond that mountain range is the Seven Virgins. So those Lakshapana, Aberdeen waterfalls are also towards that side. You can see the tea estates in the foreground, and Rozella Station and the upcountry railway line is also somewhere there, along with Waterville and Watawala stations. And I'm going to give you more beautiful views. You can see there are tea estates. Some of them are in operation, some of them are being prepared, some of them are just wild bushes. Going to pan you around. Then I'm going to show you mountains as high as 5,500 feet. The ones in the distance. The mountain range separates the Rozella Waterville area from Navalapitiya. So in a straight line, beyond that is Dimbula and Navalapitiya, Dimbula, Kadiyanlena, Katabula areas. It's just beautiful, folks. You can probably see Anna in the distance, who is my trekking buddy for the day. And this is absolutely breathtaking. Let me zoom in for a better view for you. These are the mountains. So there are leopards, samba deer, porcupines, wild boar, barking deer, and many animals, along with birds living in these areas. Beautiful, especially if it was nice and sunny, but today we are left with only this sort of like dark, gloomy environment. See you on the way, folks. You can see the Seven Virgin Mountains in the distance, and some fish ponds run by the estate workers. We are not sure if there is any fish in it, whether they are ornamental or consumables, but they look as if they are well maintained. In the background you are hearing the music, and the people are getting geared up for the Thai Pongal festival tomorrow. It's a long weekend, so it must be crazy like hell in the buses and trains. You can see the fish ponds, tea estates, like two helmets. Then in the distance, this mysterious Seven Virgin Mountains. Remember the DC-8 accident that happened somewhere on this mountain range, killing so many people, around 180. If I'm not mistaken, that was Martin there. Alright, we are on our way. We'll go get more views. You might want to get a zoomed in view of the Seven Virgins. There she is. Alright, see you later. Right, you can see these winding concrete paved roads in this tea estate, and sadly there is a bit of a drizzle too. You can see these mountains, and the leeches have come out of their holes and trying to haunt us. This is the mountain ranges. So these mountains, some of them are as high as 5,000 feet, and looks very pleasing to the eye. So we are in once again trekking in Rozella. You can see these beautiful tree lines looking absolutely breathtaking. And the rains have come, so we are sort of like having to be extra cautious. I think there is a vehicle coming at really high speed, so in time for us to make a move. This is one of the places where there is a natural water flow, and people use this as a bathing place. You can see the mountains to my right. These are typical places for the estate workers, because they make use of these places for their day-to-day chores. You are seeing the Wigton Estate Bungalow. You can see this is a typical estate bungalow looking very beautiful. Sadly, we can't go nearby because we don't know the owner. It looks like nobody's at home either. You can see typical colonial era bungalow style. Absolutely breathtaking. I wish we could stay here for a couple of days. That is Anna going in front of me. You can see she's wearing the raincoat because there's this continuous drizzle, and it's really difficult to trek in this rain. But we are quite enjoying it because this is not a very hard trek. In terms of distance, we must have trekked for the last maybe 3 to 4 kilometers, and taken us a shade over 1 hour. You can see the surrounding tea estates, beautiful. You can still hear the background music in the cowbells. They are getting ready for Thai Pongal festival, one of the main festivals of the Tamils living in Sri Lanka, especially in the upcountry region. And they are the ones who are working tirelessly in these tea estates. You can see people, it's just beautiful sight, and you need to come out here and do a bit of trekking, give your body and mind much needed break. I'm actually doing this under the shade of an umbrella because it's gonna be really tough otherwise on the camera. You can see Anna is waiting for me, and I'm getting hungry. Let's go and find a place where we can eat our sandwiches. We have egg sandwiches waiting for us. I'm getting hungry. You can see the beautiful and sacred mountain of Sripad and the entire Samanala mountain range, which goes all the way towards the Seven Virgins and beyond. From here we are actually at the end of Wigton Estate. The Templestowe Estate will start from very close by. So this is going to be a beautiful estate trek, trekking from one estate to the other. You can see the tea estates in the foreground, and they have been cleaned, cleared, pruned. I think this is one of the main income sources for Sri Lanka, apart from coconut, rubber, and our workers working abroad. You can see the mountain range. I'll just zoom in for a better view. You can see it's looking absolutely breathtaking, people. If you need to see close-up view of Sripad, you and this will do just wonderfully. So I'll give you a surrounding view. You can see the tea estates and many footpaths and hills in various heights. There's one here with tea grown all the way up, and I'm going to show you. And this is the end of Wigton Estate. Beyond that is the Templestowe Estate. That's where we are heading. We are going to trek all the way to Templestowe and return on a different trek to our home in Rozella. Just look at this view, people. If you had been following us from the beginning, you would have seen some beautiful video clips of the Sri Pada on the way, but this is probably the best of all. I just love this view. You can see it's just the perfect place, perfect angle, perfect view. I really wish we had clear blue sky, but that would have lit up that mountain beautifully, especially those green hills. Right now they look sort of like dark, not so green. We need a lot of sunlight and a blue sky against it to light things up. You can see it's just amazing. I'm wondering how it would be like in the night. Imagine with a full moon and those mountains lit up the Hatton route with plenty of stars in the sky. That would be like heaven in earth. Just amazing sight, people. Let me show you the surrounding view. We are now at the edge of Templestowe Estate as well as Wigton Estate. So this is probably the separation road. To your right in the screen you can see the road. This leads to Templestowe, and this is a good place to get us a beautiful surrounding view. You can see plenty of tea estates, green hills and many tall trees. Some of them have been burnt because it had been fairly dry recently. I wonder whether we were a good omen or a bad omen, because the rain started as soon as we came yesterday, which is good for the people but sort of like messed up our trek. However, if the sun was up, this place, entire place would be nice and clear, especially with the blue sky. This green will be more vivid. Sadly, we are not so lucky. You can see the other end of the road. So we are trekking in Rozella. From Rozella, Binoya Estate we started, then we came to Wigton. Now we are on the way to Templestowe. You can see Anna going well ahead of me. The blue ghost in the raincoat. The rain has sort of like almost stopped, but he prefers wearing the raincoat, saying he looks better in a raincoat. And this is the beautiful sacred Sri Pada in the distance. It's absolutely breathtaking. I really have no words to say how lucky we are to be able to see Sri Pada just like this. That typical unique point shape rising into the sky. Absolutely breathtaking, people. Would you like to have a closer look? Let's see without wobbling you too much. That's close. That's probably the closest I can get without wobbling you too much. You can probably make out the summit. And so let's go out, and you can see the surrounding mountains. You can see how beautiful Sri Lanka is. It's absolutely breathtaking, and it's so sad that our people do not care much about it, and especially for this environment, so much neglected. Every single day we destroy so many forests and these virgin areas. On our estate walk, and we have come to a very important milestone. You can see this signpost behind me. To the left, that where we came from, is the Wigton Estate. Now we are heading towards right, which is the Heidri Estate, and that continues all the way towards Navalapitiya. You can also see Templestowe Manager's Bungalow is also nearby. If you have seen my Alexandrine parakeets videos where they are eating those ripe guavas, they were taken in the Templestowe Manager's Bungalow long time ago, I think 4 years ago. This is the surrounding tea estates, and the road we came, Templestowe Manager's Bungalow, is just around the corner, and we are going towards Heidri. Yeah, as of now, Anna is checking the map to make sure we are not going to get lost, and getting really hungry. We are just looking for a place to have our sandwiches. You can see the road that we have to go, and Anna checking the map. It's important to stay updated. Thankfully there is mobile reception, so we can check our Google Maps. Rains have also stopped. Looking really good. Let's go ahead and see what more we can find out. Finally we stopped for our breakfast. You can see half-eaten sandwich. Behind us is the Waterville Mountain at 4,920 odd feet. And that's where we trekked to Galbada Falls, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago. Don't mind the background music. We are heading for the Thai Pongal. I'm really hungry, but I thought I'll just show you around the view. This mountain range continues towards the Seven Virgins in the background. You can probably see it now. And then it goes all the way towards Sripada. But that's where the view ends, so we can't see beyond that. We can make out some of the Seven Virgin peaks in the distance. And I'm going to give you a surrounding view while keeping my sandwich on hold. You can see now Anna having his sandwich. Alright, there he is. And the music is coming also from that area. We are now on our way to Heidri Estate, and we'll go a few more kilometers and head back to our quarters. We are seeing a bit of mist coming our way among these tea estates. It's one of the unique features in our country, tea estates. You can see Anna is enjoying the view. We are just going to merge with the road that we took towards Galbada Falls from Templestowe. So Anna signaled me saying that he's taking the shortcut. You can see the Waterville Mountain right in front of us. That is at 4,900 feet. Beyond that is the upcountry railway line, and Watawala Railay Station is at the base of this mountain on the other side though. From here to the left is Rozella Station, to the right is Watawala Station. And if I were to turn you around, you can probably make out that area where the earth has been cut. The road towards Galbada Fall runs below that. And you can see part of Seven Virgin Mountains, a burnt out forest patch also. There was also barking deer running about, but he was too far away for us to take a good picture or capture in this video. We are on the Rozella Station road now. We came and merged with the main road towards Templestowe, Heidri and Barkepa. This is the road we took during our hike to Galboda Falls. I'm showing you these mountains. Remember, this is where we were. I think about 2 hours ago. We trekked along the sort of like the base of that mountain range from right to left and wound our way downhill and ended up on this road. We are also close to the Rozella Lake just behind me. I'll go and I think I've done a video of that. Maybe I'll do another little later. This is the road. You can see there is another estate manager's bungalow of Templestowe Estate here. Alright, we go and do a video of the lake. This is the Templestowe Lake that I promised to give you a video. This actually, we call it Rozella Lake. But you can see there is plenty of grass now invaded the water surface. So there's very little water remaining in terms of surface area. But there's this beautiful lily, purple lily, growing beautifully. Show you. That's absolutely breathtaking, people. So this is the Templestowe Lake and Rozella Lake, we can also call it that. And this is the second time we are videoing this. I hope my first video is already published on YouTube. Check it out. Right, let's go. We have to trek a long way. See you from the other side. We are trekking towards the Rozella Station now. This is the Rozella Lake and the mountain range that go all the way towards Waterville and Waterville. You can see the lake is predominantly invaded by the grass and there's very little water surface. If you have been following our video series, and this is the water area, and you can see a bungalow in the distance which is also part of the Templestowe Estate. We have been trekking for the last 3 hours or so, covering close to 10 kilometers. Right, I think it's time for us to make a move and try and get to Rozella Station as quickly as possible, because we have another 3-kilometer hike from Rozella Station to our bungalow of Rozella. Alright, let's hurry up. This is getting very interesting, people. Okay, we are in Templestowe Cut. You can see a nice walking through, and I'm also going to walk you through, hoping the optical image stabilization. I'm so tired, my tongue is getting twisted pronouncing that word, and this is hopefully the OIS will help you watch this bit without wobbling. This is beautiful Templestowe Cut. This is longer than the Bamrakanda one. Remember, we also saw Galboda Cut, remember, a couple of weeks ago. And that video should be up now. So this is the second time we are walking through this. We have driven through this many times. You can see how nice ahead of me. So it took us 1 minute, slightly over 1 minute, to cover the entire Cut. Now this land opens up towards Colombo Hatton Main Road of Rozella. Rozella Station is just ahead of us, and we are coming to the end of Templestowe Estate. This is the Rozella Station. So this is going to be our end of our journey. We trekked for about 12 kilometers, over 3.5 hours. You can hear the Rozella waterfall to my right making a big splash. Then there is a train due at any moment. It's a beautiful station, and let me zoom in. That's a very beautiful station, and we still have 3-kilometer hike uphill to our bungalow. We are going to do it having ended this journey. That will be on a different video series, folks. So this is Sri and Anna, who is left me, signing off from Rozella, ending our 12-kilometer journey over the last 3.5 hours. We'll see you in the next journey on our uphill trek towards our bungalow.